Hey, it's Ice Age TV, and what are we doing today? You're saying, damn, you're going to ride motorcycles, right? Nope. This is called the Santa Fe Return Cruise Day. And if anybody here has followed my channel, they'll see that I helped my dad buy this Santa Cruz, Santa Fe, whatever the hell it is. Santa Cruz, right? Which I think is a pretty cool car. And since my dad's retired and older gentleman, 90 years old, he lives in this retirement community. And this retirement community has what you call neighborhood watch people. So you have people that walk around the neighborhood and take pictures of your property when you don't obey the rules. And what's going on right now is the association, get this. I mean, it's just pitiful where we are in today's society. The association is saying to my dad that that's a truck and that vehicle can't be parked outside the driveway. And you may think I can show you a letter. This has been an ongoing challenge since I left, being that I got this vehicle for my dad back in December. And shortly thereafter, after I left, came back up to Virginia, the association started sending letters that you have a truck in your driveway and it can't be there. So meaning you cannot park this vehicle in your driveway. It has to be in the garage at all times. And if it's not in the garage at all times and it's parked out there, it's rights for them to go after you and, be nasty as an HOA. It's beyond believable that somebody's fixated on this vehicle right here. Like this, I mean, come on. So now, what's really unfortunate is there's a really cool guy at the high-end dealership that, I'm not going to call him out because I think he's a great guy, but he told us, that this vehicle is an SAV, meaning it's a sport adventure vehicle. And if you can watch my video, got a public YouTube video that shows me at the dealership, and I was super excited because originally we were going to buy a high-end Santa Fe SUV, but then we saw this, and I thought, hey, this would be pretty cool. Could replace my Ford Ranger. That's a whole other story that, I have a Ford Ranger truck down here that my dad drives. Well, it's not here right now because it's at my sister's house because that's a truck and it can't sit outside the garage either. So that's a whole other story. But anyways, Phil told us that this vehicle here is a sport adventure vehicle, which I agree. And for him, to fight for him, which I am, I'm sure that Hyundai represented this vehicle as a sport adventure vehicle. Sadly, the Department of Motor Vehicles in Florida doesn't recognize it as a sport adventure vehicle. They recognize it as a truck. So the association can say, let's see your registration, and it says truck. So, but for the record, all these SUVs technically are trucks as well. But hey, forget it. So we're going to go back to the dealership today, and we're going to see if we can make things work. Meaning we give this vehicle back, and they give us a high-end Santa Fe, and, and they make all the numbers work. It makes sense because this is still pretty much a brand new vehicle. So, anyways, follow along in the adventures of the Santa Cruz Return Day for Santa Fe, and we'll see if that all plays out. All right, so here's the Santa Cruz. We're going to ride in. My dad's got this seat up to the ceiling. They go down. So follow us along in the adventures of Santa Cruz Day. All right, and here comes Troublemaker. If you've heard my videos and listened to him, this guy here, he knows how to get you in trouble. You hang out with him, and he'll have fun at your expense.
Right.
See that? He's got a check right there. What's that all about?
That's $2.50.
Wow, there you go. Hey, we're making progress now.
Yeah, making all kinds of progress.
Oh, you better put that. That's gonna fly out with the window open, but it will. Or $2.50 down the road like anything else. Look at Julia now. I don't know about this look. Who's gonna be paying attention to who today, right? The car or the girl? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm glad it wasn't that way yesterday.
What?
You.
All right.
I had to put the dogs away and
We know here. How the hell do you operate this damn thing? Here it goes.
What do you mean?
All right, so here we go to Hyundai, Port Richey. That's a little bit of a drive here on a Sunday afternoon. We should be home watching the Masters.
I mean, you really think you're going to get home yet today?
How about the truth?
Yeah,
Yeah, so hey,
You gotta
why?
be praying.
What's the deal with the HOA here, Dad?
there are a bunch of imbeciles that don't know what new pickup trucks really are for.
Right,
They think they're for hauling trash and picking up junk.
right.
And the fact that I don't do it doesn't seem to matter. No.
Yeah. Is this making any sense, anybody?
Right.
Yeah, so this little... So you say that these SUVs here are trucks. Well, I mean, where do you come up with that idea? You're saying these SUV vehicles are trucks.
Well, because the registration says truck.
Well, yeah, but then why would that be fighting words to make this?
Because it's not pickup truck. And pickup trucks, this neighborhood has the image that that's the 1960s, where pickup trucks had commercial signage and trash in them all
I think
the
he
time.
means the 70s, but whatever. 80s, 90s. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so anyways, so my dad just, here griping. You have no idea how every day of my life I hear this. Every time I call my dad in Florida, we're probably about 2 sentences in, and it's all about the HOA.
Yeah, well, Florida has more than any state. And Florida was one of the first states to start them, originate them.
You know what befuddles
That came out
me?
of the Northeast.
When you think of HOA, I think more of the high-end, developed properties, retirement communities. And so it's very apparent, I guess, that these high-end people just think they can do whatever the hell they want to do. These
Right.
retired people just think they can do whatever they want to do. So you guys have to be controlled because you're just so, you just do whatever the heck you want to do, right?
Yeah, well, where do you think that mentality originated?
Well, I don't know. Tell me.
Look at the northeast quadrant of this country, and you'll see
Here we
it.
go. Here we go. He's going to get political on me. You have to shut down the YouTube channel. He has to blame somebody else. You can't blame yourself, right?
right.
Can't blame yourself.
Other than good
Nope.
old hard work in Illinois, you didn't see HOAs, for crying out loud. People are allowed to live the way they want. If I want to park a pickup truck in my driveway, I did it. I'd even park it there with manure in it.
Yeah, well, now he's digging deep. We're getting the manure talk. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, all right. So, anyways, back to the conversation here, which is all about the HOA. It's all about the HOA here. I come down here throughout the year, and, and the conversation is usually about me and my truck. But the table's been turned here, and now it's about his truck.
Yeah, right.
So, I come down, and my dad's all fixated on my truck sitting in the driveway for 2 days that he'll be getting a nasty letter from association, which they do. I mean, I've had letters on my windshield that your truck can't be parked on the driveway. I mean, and I've even argued with the, I'm not lying. I have reached out to the association and said, why don't you have a temporary pass for an individual like me that drives down on my truck that stays with my mom for a week or two? And why is there just a temporary, pass? And, and this is no lie. So the association, I emailed them, I talked to them on the phone. It took them a few weeks, and they finally got back to me. And so their position was, you need to park your truck somewhere else. That was the response. It's like, you just need to park your truck somewhere else. Like, okay, so I park my truck somewhere else, and I take an Uber car, or have my dad follow me wherever I park my truck, which, fortunately I have, brother and sisters down here with houses I can park my vehicles and things at. But if you're just a regular old person, and let's just say you live in Ohio and your mom and dad live down here in Florida, and you come to visit them and your mom or dad's really sick or something, and you're just a really hardworking, good old person, has one vehicle, and you come down here to this HOA association that my dad lives in, and after a few days, your parents are going to get a notice that you can't do that. And then eventually they're going to get really nasty with your parents, and you have to get the truck out of that driveway. You can't sit there. So now for you, you're here taking care of your sick mother or father. You think that they're going to buy that baloney? They're not. They're not. They're going to be like, that's not our problem. The rules say no trucks in the driveway. Get your frickin' truck out of the driveway. And if you got to go park that thing at a hotel, and if you have to stay at a hotel, fine. That's your problem. Ain't my problem, because you're not abiding by the rules. But I'm not even a full-time resident. Why do I need to abide by your rules? I'm just here visiting and taking... No, yeah, right. Good luck. That's just not bad. This is, it's the regime. The regime community is what it is. So anyways, if you're following along, this is what it's all about. My father is going to have to get rid of this vehicle to have a SUV or a car in his driveway, and that's what we're trying to accomplish now. So we'll see if, the dealership has any compassion for the fiasco. But, here's the thing. For me, isn't the car market on fire where you can't get a car? You'd be so lucky to get a car. Wouldn't this Santa Cruz be an incredible item right now if they'd want, because you can't get them? So this is supposed to be very interesting today as we, go to this dealership. We're going to start to see, how this kind of plays out. And I'll be very intrigued to see, what their position is on this vehicle is. Because when we bought this vehicle, the presentation was, be so lucky to get one because they're not available. And, and you should be lucky you got it, and you got a great product, and you should be happy about that, and you should be good to go, right? So let's just see how that all plays out. Once again, this is not a video to be critical of any individual per se. That's not the goal here. The goal here is to see if people can come to closure on making sense of what was misrepresented in us buying this vehicle. That's all it's about. To me, it's like, hey, we all make mistakes in life. I get that. And how do you resolve that? Do you resolve it or do you react it? React. The reactions aren't good. Resolving things is good. So hope this information I'm giving you kind of gives you a little oversight of what's happening today. And any warning for anybody out there that you live in these HOAs, I'm sure people know this, but you better read every fine line of that agreement. Because you hear these stories all the time of people moving in neighborhoods with HOAs, and then you hear stories of the war begins because, and rightfully so, the HOA is going to say, well, hey, when you moved in here, you knew the guidelines of parking a truck in a driveway. So why are you arguing with us? And that's where it all goes. So you don't get anywhere with that type of argument. And just for the record, I told my wife years ago, we don't qualify to live in an HOA, and I don't want to live in an HOA. And if you look at my videos and see my old farmhouse and property, yeah, I live there because I can do whatever the hell I want to do for the most part. Not anything, but for the most part, there's no HOA telling me how to live my freaking life. So, the HOAs, that's my position. And do I want to live in one? Prefer not to, but who knows? All right, follow us along.
Now, for the finale.
Now, another thing to think about here as we drive down the road is, I talked to our sales guy yesterday at this Hyundai dealer, Port Richey Hyundai here in Florida, and, these guys are getting boatloads of cars in. I mean, these guys are pumping out 500 cars a month right now. I mean, that's insane. If you're following my channel, you hear me talk all the time, and from the news, be so lucky to get a new car. But yet, where we're going today, apparently this dealership is getting boatloads of vehicles, and they have a great inventory, which that's a good thing, because my concern's been we really can't do much because you can't frickin' find a new vehicle. So it's a whole other story. So, let's see how that all plays out. And you'd think a dealership that sells 500 plus cars in a month would understand they're going to have a fail ratio of 1%. Just 1% would be what? 5 cars?
Yep.
If you're a business owner, if you don't factor in, you're going to have X percent of failures. I mean, why do you go to retail stores and pay so much money for stuff? Because they've already factored in of all the stuff that's going to be returned and stolen. The list goes on and on and on. It's a variable you have to put in your business plan. So, we need to be that 1% factor today where we just didn't communicate properly, and we need to make it right. All right, getting close to the Hyundai dealer here near Port Richey, and boy, you just drove by the Sun Toyota down here, and it's all used cars. I've been told that Toyota is doing what Ford's doing, meaning it's, by order only to get a new car. It's interesting to see what manufacturers and to kind of go to that business model with Ford. And the biggest concern with all these dealers, GMs at Ford dealers, is that Ford's going to go to order only new cars, that a gentleman's going to walk in the door that wants to buy a truck because his truck broke down and he doesn't have time to wait around, and he's going to drive over to the Ram truck or GM or the Toyota or whoever's, selling brand new trucks on their lot. That guy's just going to go buy that brand because he doesn't have time to wait around, 2 or 3 months for a truck to be built for him. So I don't disagree. I think that business model that Jim Farley has put in place for the Ford product is going to be, I think it's a fail. I mean, I think that these dealerships are going to be hurt from that personally. Is that the goal? Is that the goal, to make these dealers start suffering so that they want to get out of the business and Ford just goes direct sales? I mean, it's crazy anymore. People would say you're crazy. Like, I don't know anymore. It's a whole new world in how business is being done. I mean, I don't know if people follow much on other, business things, but here's now huge talk. Let's go to the high-end. All right, so here's the high-end dealer, and I guarantee there's a ton of people here because they got a lot of inventory. So they're gonna have, I guarantee you they'll sell 10 or 20 cars today because these guys sell a ton of cars. All right, let's see where we are here. I guess we'll just pull up here in front here like this. All right. Okay, here we are. There's the sun. All right, first thing we're gonna do is... All right, so we're making progress. But boy, I gotta tell you what, if you don't really take time, they'll get you. So the good news is, I think we're gonna get a deal done here, and they're doing good. They're giving us a good number on the trade. So overall, I think this is gonna work out for my dad. And let's check it out, okay? So this is the one we were kind of fixated on. I think it's a pretty cool looking car, personally. Yeah. So got that there. Go ahead and get on in, kid. Let's see how Julia looks in this car. How about that idea? Okay. Yeah, you sporting there, kid? All right. Yeah, it's an SUV, right? Yeah, I mean, I think it's not bad. And it's funny is for my dad, I think that it's funny that my dad likes this because, this isn't really like a 90-year-old guy's car, but he likes it, if you know what I mean. So,
Dad, look at that truck.
yeah, I see it. Yeah. All right, so now come on back here. There you go. Right here. Pretty cool. Neato. Nice-o. All right. The deal has gone down. The Santa Cruz is going away. And my dad's going to have a new blacked out silver Santa Cruz. How about that, huh? So this one goes bye-bye. So whatever you have in this, we'll have to change it over, Dad. And there you go. The day of Santa Cruz is bye-bye. So how do you feel about your new Hyundai Santa Fe purchase?
Oh man, I can't wait to get that in the garage.
Man, wait, you can't put it in the garage. He's confused. All right, I think this is not us. It's not us. Wow. Where are we? Where is we, huh? We don't even know where we is. Where are we, Dad? Where's your car?
I have no idea.
Huh? I think it's down here, Dad. Here it is. All we gotta do is take this key.
That's not it.
I think it is. Yeah.
That's not it.
Okay. All right, this is it. Okay, so the deal went down. Dad now has an official Hyundai Santa Fe. And how about that? Let's get a picture of him, right? Before he trips over everything and falls in the ground. All right, here we are. picking up another Hyundai car. I think that's pretty good.
Got everything out.
I like the car. I think it's a good looking car.
I'm ready to go home.
We are. We have to wait for Phil to get here and give us a key. We got to get the second key.
Oh.
So yeah, we're gonna head out and make it all happen. So look at this here. If this vehicle is not ready to sell, see that? So I like that car. I think it's pretty cool.
Where's to go?
He's coming. Check out the interior, right? Well, let's get Dad. All right. So this is how this car is pretty neat, actually. I like this. Just push that there. And then does the brake, what's going to be interesting is, does this brake when I put it on the gas pedal? Oh, it does. So that's good. But I don't think my dad will use the brake. He's not very good about that. So go to drive. That's neat.
What do you mean not use the brake?
Well, it's an electric brake that you got to pull on all the time by yourself. But the good news is it releases itself once you put the car in drive.
The parking brake popcorn.
Dad,
Yeah.
we're talking about the parking brake. The parking brake on today's car.
Don't use the parking brake.
Yeah, you don't turn it on. It's an e-brake. So more than ever today, it's easy not to put the brake on because you don't have a lever to pull. It's a little button.
Well, that's what I.
Wow, this thing's great. I tell you what,
Santa Cruz.
this is a great car. And what's incredible is how I was really excited about this vehicle for you from the get-go in December, and it's really disappointing that we had to go through this whole rigor mortis freaking fiasco, and we've had to give back to Santa Cruz, and we've had to take a loss on that vehicle. It's not a huge loss, but it's just unfortunate that this was really the vehicle we should have bought from the get-go. And, it's just kind of too bad. But anyways, fun car. I think the vehicle for the, value, the price, I think it's pretty good. So that's a plus. And then we should have some mode, features here on this thing. Drive mode right here, Dad. See here. Now, hey, Dad. Yeah. So we want to take a right here, right? We're heading back home. Take a right here.
Right.
On Grand Boulevard. Right?
I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we want to zigzag back over there to Trinity Road.
Too, but
Yeah. Well,
looks like it's going the right way.
Yeah. So, I have no idea. You know these roads better than I do because I don't live here. But I'm assuming that this is going to shoot us back up. Well, remember, the nav is tied into your phone. See, the downside in today's technology, they figure you're going to have on your phone, the capability for Waze. So if I connect my phone to this vehicle, then I'll have Waze capability. Do you know how to get back home this way, Dad, or should I get my Waze on?
Well, I'm not sure where this is taking us right now. Grand Boulevard is not familiar to me.
What I was going to do is just real quickly program my phone. All right, this is pretty nice where we just programmed my phone rather quickly. And what's pretty cool is, on today's technology, all the Apple Play just transfers right to the car. So I don't have like my Waze on my phone right now. It automatically went right to the car. So my dad's not intrigued by that, even though his Santa Cruz had the same thing. So, what's nice about that is you get the Apple Play, but you don't get navigation. So somebody who doesn't have an updated, smartphone, especially an Apple phone, it's a little bit more challenging on having navigation in your car because it's not included anymore. It's just another, trim the cost from the manufacturer. But wow, this car is just so quiet. I mean, this is just to me, it's a really great product. And I really like the vehicle. Dad will probably say, well, good, then you're going to pay for it and you're going to take it. Like, okay. So, yeah. Look at the dash. That's really cool. So now the next thing is it's not going to have the adaptive cruise control, I don't believe. Yes. Well, I don't know. It does. Wow. So this does have adaptive. That's pretty impressive for the price of this vehicle. Wow, look at this here. So that is pretty cool. That's nice. That's very nice, Dad. You have adaptive cruise on this. So that's very impressive. Wow, I'm surprised. You know, I guess if I got the window sticker out of the vehicle and looked at it, I'd probably, be like, yeah, duh, it shows you all this stuff, which we will. Yeah. The daughter's behind me going, gee, Dad, I got to spend another day of my life in a car dealership. Oh, boy. Yeah, I know. Oh, boy. I mean, yeah. I know. It's like, got to put this to bed. I can't continue to hear about the HOA. There goes the race. Look, there you go. Chevy, Ford to Ford. The dually's taking them. The dually took them. How about that, huh? So, yeah. So, the Hyundai Santa Fe. And this is what? What's the window sticker say there? What's the model? XRT or something like that? Yep. Hello? What's the model?
At the XRT.
XRT, right? Okay, so it's the Hyundai Santa Fe. Is this a 2022?
Yeah.
SE XRT?
No, Santa Fe XRT 2.5L FWD.
Jeez, just too much information, man. So this is the front-wheel drive, not the all-wheel drive. But living down here in Florida, why would you want all-wheel drive? And what's the 25 mile per gallon average is on that vehicle, I believe? So, your motorcycle.
26.
That's pretty impressive.
25 city, 28 highway.
Combined 26.
Wow.
Fuel economy 26.
Wow, that's great. So if anybody's kind of listening, you can hear this vehicle is not real noisy. Now, am I going back all the way? Oh, good, I can go back further. How are you back there on room? Oh, you didn't grab my coffee. Oh, well.
Oh, I thought that was popcorn.
Yeah, so, anyways, hey, hope you're enjoying the,
8 o'clock in the day.
Yeah, I don't. You're right. Now, look at this. I'm supposed to be in a 35-mile zone. This thing just going down the road like nothing. I mean, it's dangerous. This thing just rocks. Wow. All right. So here's the thing. What an afternoon. Gee whiz. I tell you, we went round and round with numbers, and, at the end of the day, yeah, you're going to take the loss on the vehicle, even though if we tried to sell it on our own, we could have gotten, I would say $2,000 more, maybe, but in today's world, yeah, okay, well, we'll just leave it at that. So the good news is we got the whole deal done, and the dealership, they were diplomatic about it. And yeah, sure, a lot of people are like, well, they should have done this and done that. And yeah, okay. So there's no doubt it would have turned into a fight over, $3,000. That's what it would have turned into, the argument and the fight. And, yeah, but we'll leave it at that. And at the end of the day, I think it's all going to be a much better arrangement, because the HOA can't go after my father, and my dad gets to continue to drive his favorite gold Ford Ranger truck, which that's kind of what this is all about. He's that little gold Ranger truck that I bought him, like 4 years ago or 3 years ago, whatever, and he just doesn't want to let that little gold truck to go away. So I'm gonna let him continue to have that and have his truck for his life, and then he now can park his SUV in the driveway and not have to worry about somebody harassing him about that and take pictures. Oh, yeah, it's just incredible.
All you got to worry about is the squirrels eating up everything.
Yeah, there you go. So, but anyway, so, hey, hope everybody's enjoying watching my YouTube channel today. And, yeah, we're tired. I'm tired. Jeez, I've been going nonstop every day.
All right, the video's over.
Yeah.
There's nothing
So
else
the kids like getting mad at me now, and da-da-da-da. All right, and then I'll do probably maybe a little more detailed review of the vehicle. Who knows? Take some pictures and share with you, because I think it's a really cool vehicle. I think you can't go wrong. $34,000 vehicle. So to me, that's pretty reasonable in today's car market, and they're not doing ADM and all the other baloney. So I think that's pretty good. Thanks for watching Ice Age TV. Oh wow! So this does have the drive modes right here, where you can go to sport mode. And oh wow, this thing's great. That's a peppy little car, man. Peppy little SUV. It's such a great feature. It's got the auto zone, which the Santa Cruz didn't have that. Santa Cruz did not have that auto zone, which I think that's kind of too bad. And the Santa Cruz doesn't like that setup in the volume. See here, where you can turn the volume on the But on the Santa Cruz, it had like this little dial thing, which it wasn't that great. So
I thought it worked nice.
yeah, so,
It was
but here's what's really
nice.
cool is my daughter's overriding me saying that was really cool, Dad. So here we are. It says feel the brakes. Feels good, nice and confident. That's a great feel. Yeah, so nice. I mean, it really is. This is a really nice car. And it's interesting, the sport mode, it still turns off because in my vehicles, you go sport mode, the vehicle doesn't turn off. So isn't that interesting? It's got heated seats. I think that's nice. It's got a nice thing here for your cell phone. That's a pretty nice, it's a pocket.
Yeah.
So you can actually put it down there. Kind of skimpy though on the cup holders. So, you know, for SUV.
Santa Cruz was the same way. There were only 2.
Yeah, but for an SUV, you know, that's kind of, what do you got back there in your thing? You know, and of course it has the cloth, you know, interior, which that's not the deal breaker. Wow, look at your windshield wiper thing mode. That's pretty complicated. Good Lord. You know,
Where
With
is
all
it?
this technology, everything's so overcomplicated nowadays.
oh my
You got
gosh.
that right, honey.
Here's
I
your,
just want a key ignition to turn it on, some AC and a radio and some exhaust.
just getting an attitude here, isn't she?
What's happening
all
with
I
the-
need.
Oh no! Oh, that must be the little light thing there. So look. Oh, you have to turn it on. Let's see. So you have to turn it on by yourself. That's interesting. So you got to turn that little button on up top. There you go.
The Forerunner's the same way.
Yeah. Boy, I tell you, you know, with me riding around these really advanced cars, you know, this is so kind of traditional still. So the engine started back up because of the batteries getting low. But, you know, if you can get 25 miles a gallon, 26 miles a gallon on this vehicle, as I talk about in my electric vehicles, you know, you're doing pretty good. I mean, you're not, you know, 26 mile per gallon vehicle, 30 mile per gallon vehicle, you know, that's decent. To go jump an electric vehicle, I wouldn't be pushing that. Hey, there's a 4-wheel drive Chevy van. That's pretty cool. A Quigley, back in the day, used to call them Quigleys up north. They customized
They're gonna
Vans.
abduct you, Mom would say.
well, he's doing 60 miles an hour in a 50 miles an hour zone, and the cops do like to hang up around here.
No,
They do.
Mom would say they're gonna abduct you because they're in a white van.
Oh, I get you. I thought you meant dust me. I thought you were saying the van's dusting me and going so fast.
They'll abduct you.
You know, I get it. Yeah, so the sport mode's really cool. I like that. No sunroof. You know.
Popcorn doesn't use a
I
sun.
know.
No, I know. I'm just sharing information for anybody who's looking at this car.
Watch out! You're gonna go
So-
through a yellow
And
light.
so here's the kid freaking out. Jesus Christ. You know, you'd think you're going to die. Yikes.
Well, you don't want a ticket.
Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah.
Right,
Oh, hey, this has home link. Good.
Well, I heard him say home link.
Yeah, it has home link, so we can program this to your garage door.
Yeah, I thought I heard him say that. I
Yeah.
know I heard him say
Yeah.
blue link. But
Yeah,
home link.
right. So,
Oh, look at that truck.
yeah, I know. It's cool. Right. All right, well, we're breaking her in. So she's got 53 miles. That's interesting. This car already had like 45 miles on it before we even bought it. So I guess it was test driven a few times, which not a big deal, you know, my guess.
How much gas we got in
Full tank. That's all.
it? That's good.
Yeah, you're paid for that. Anybody buys a new car thinks that the dealership doesn't factor in that full, you know, fuel. That's why you better make sure the tank's full because it's factored into every car deal. You know, because in today's world, you know, that can be $80 to $100 per car. You sell 500 cars. That dealership's selling 500 cars
Yeah,
apparently
I have
a month.
question. Can you turn
You
off
know,
the video?
how much is that? All right, so the kid now is asking me that I used to be a big truck person, and now she's saying I don't have many. And I'm just thinking, wait a second.
No, like I mean
I have
big,
2 Ford
like,
Rangers,
Dad, those aren't trucks.
F-150,
That doesn't count. I'm talking
an
about like,
F-250.
I'm talking about F-250 and F-350s and like an F-450.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, right.
like at the F-150 does, but like yours isn't like lifted.
Yeah, my daughter's fixated on eventually having these big, like, squatter trucks where the
No.
front end's lifted up in the air and the back end's
No,
lower.
I don't want a Carolina squatter. It's not even legal in Virginia.
Yes, but anyway, she's wondering why I don't have all these big fancy trucks. And I'm just thinking, We got an F-150 Super Snake truck in
But
Tennessee.
it's not like a lifted F-250 or F-350.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know. So that's all I hear.
Why?
That's all I hear is, hey, Dad, hey, Dad, hey, Dad.
Why?
Because today's factory lifted trucks are it's crazy how I was growing up in the 70s and 80s. Today's F-250 factory Tremor truck is already a massively lifted truck, but it's still not good enough. Yeah, and I'm just the age of, I don't want that.
I don't want this on video.
Oh, I do.
I want to say something.
Well, that's fine. We can edit it out if you don't like what you say.
Everyone has a Tremor F-250, F-350. It's
Everyone,
not like
yeah,
a
right,
big
yeah.
deal.
Yeah, right.
Like when you do your own lift, it's fancy.
Isn't it nice to have motivation to go do your own thing? See that? And you're like, hey, yeah, let's make some money and let's do it. Right? Yeah, I know. That's the beauty of progressing in life. And those trucks are going to be around for a long time. They ain't going to go away. So it'll be all right. Just takes time. Time is of the essence, right? Yeah.